Racism. Let's talk about it. More specifically, the alt-right. I've been fascinated with the alt-right ever since the beginning year of 2019. I've done various essays on the alt-right, and I just believe that everyone should be informed and aware of this group's actions and previous entanglements. So today, I will go over the alt-right's beginning and where they are today. Then I'll start with a man named Richard Spencer. Richard Spencer is the one who coined the term alt-right in the 2010s and later launched altright.com, which became the base site for Richard's views on certain issues or events that were relevant at the time. Throughout the posts on altright.com, it's evident that Richard was extremely racist, with examples such as Willie N-word calls Jordan Peterson mean mad white man. But altright.com wasn't just used as Spencer's personal blog site. No, it was used as a recruitment tool to spread the message and belief of the alt-right to online and to anybody who may agree with it. Their belief is their driving force for what they did or planned to do. The alt-right's belief was based on something called the Clergy Plan. The Clergy Plan, when summarized, is the plan made by Jewish people to wipe out white Europeans via immigration. This view/belief of theirs was first brought to attention during one massive event. That event being the Unite the Right rally. The rally happened from August 11th to the 12th in 2017. It took place in Charlottesville, Virginia, and it was the first major appearance of the alt-right in person. Before the rally, the alt-right were just a bunch of people online communicating with each other via memes. But now they're out and about in the real world, spreading their message to whoever is listening. But the reason they were there at Charlottesville, Virginia in the first place was to protest the removal of the Confederate General Robert E. Lee's statue. They believed it was erasing heritage, so they were there to protest the removing of their heritage. Many people from their side came in to protest. People from the neo-Nazis, neo-Confederates, white nationalists, and Klansmen. Each person had their own little get-up. You know, the Klansmen had their Klan hoods and robes. Neo-Nazis had the patches. White alt-right people had a button-down shirt and khakis. That was their look. And a lot of them had helmets. They also had various flags, Trump flags, Confederate war flags, Nazi flags, and the Don't Tread on Me flag. They also had a few chants like Blood and Soil, F-U, F-slur, and one that correlates with the Clergy Plan, Jews will not replace us. Most importantly, they had shields for protection. Protection from what exactly? The Unite the Right rally was planned to just be a protest against the removal of a statue until a counter-protest showed up made of people associated with Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and Citizens of Charlottesville. The two protests eventually clashed, causing mass amounts of violence across Charlottesville to break out around 10:30 a.m. It was so much that at 11:30 a.m. it was considered unlawful, and at 11:52 a.m. a state of emergency was declared. But it was too little too late. Even with police intervention, 33 plus non-fatal injuries occurred and 1 death. Her name was Heather Heyer. She was killed in a hit-and-run attempt as a alt-right member, James Alex Field Jr., drove his car into a mass group of counter-protesters trying to kill them. Sadly, he did get one, Heather Heyer's. Luckily, though, he was arrested later on and charged with second-degree murder. After this news broke out and the news stations across the country covered it, the alt-right was basically finished. They didn't want to be seen as monsters. They wanted to be seen as professionals and worthy of being taken seriously. Instead, they were labeled as terrorists, threats, etc., which then crushed the alt-right then and there, dividing them and making them little small factions that don't matter in the slightest. What's even worse is that even if these small factions wanted to spread their message, they couldn't, because venues would just cancel on them if they ever booked, and they're banned from every single website except their own. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it, they're banned from it. So that just leaves them out in the open. Luckily, they're starting to round them up. 4 men were arrested the weekend after Charlottesville, and 2 of them even lost their jobs once announced as alt-right members. Richard Spencer was also denounced from the alt-right and has joined Biden clearly, and he's voting for Biden in this upcoming election. And even his own website calls him a traitor. So that's something. So at the end, I hope you are informed. Just so you know that every day that in this country that we fight for equality, someone will always be there to stop us and stop change. But we keep fighting. So thank you. Stay safe out there.